hold on. Let me go ahead and change this real quick. Let me take my Wi-Fi off. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Here we go. I'm on my phone right now, so I ain't use my, as y'all can see, my laptop back there. I don't go live on my laptop because I don't like the quality on the webcam, so I usually go live on my phones. But y'all see the title, man. We talking about Shannon Sharpe was fired today by ESPN, and then we also talking about Gilbert Arenas being arrested today by the feds. Now, Gilbert Arenas was arrested today by the feds for running a illegal gambling, I don't know what you call it, illegal gambling racket. It was really just, he was having illegal poker games. That's basically what it was. Now I'm gonna go into the details of everything. Now don't take any of this from me. I don't understand what constitutes illegal gambling or not. I don't know if right now if I say, hey bro, we having a poker game, y'all pull up, everybody put $100 in the pot. If it's 5 of us, the winner win 500, or really 400, because that's plus everybody else. I don't understand how they do the breakdown of it, but we do know that he's been arrested for illegal gambling, running an illegal poker game, poker tournaments. He also had a Israeli gangster, a part of his tournaments, who's also arrested. More than likely, he's probably the illegal immigrant. The ICE gonna get his ass the fuck up out of here. You know what I'm saying? We got to get these illegals out of here. Even if they Israeli, they got to get their ass up out of the United States because he was falsifying documents, according to some of the stuff I read. But let me first just get my personal feelings out the way. First off, in the case with Uncle Shay, man, look, I haven't watched ESPN in so long. I don't have cable, so I don't even bother wasting time trying to watch that shit. When I want to get my sports, any type of sports talk, analytics, I'm watching Nightcap with Ocho Cinco and Uncle Shay. Fuck ESPN. I don't have to watch that. A lot of us don't even like ESPN anyway. I'm finna go support my black brothers and go watch one of the most popular podcasts right now, Nightcap. That is where I get all my sports from. That is what I watch. Shannon Sharpe, my favorite tight end of all time, probably my favorite Denver Bronco player of all time, one of my favorite sports personality, and he a country boy like myself. I don't got no choice but to send him some support. But now he got fired from ESPN. Whoop-de-doo. He still has 2 podcasts, Club Shay Shay doing astronomical numbers. Nightcap doing astronomical numbers. If I'm not mistaken, he's in Atlanta today doing some signings for his liquor. I forget the name of his liquor brand because I don't drink liquor. I forget, but he has a liquor brand out there and he doing his thing. So I have no reason to talk shit on Shannon Sharpe's situation. I keep saying this. I say this until I'm purple and blue in the face. I could give a fuck if Shannon Sharpe wanted to fuck a white woman. That has nothing to do with me. I don't care what a dude sticks his private area. I like Shannon Sharpe because of what I've seen him do on the football field. Great player, Hall of Famer. I love how he talked that smack, and I like seeing him on TV doing his thing. He went from CBS to Fox Sports to ESPN. Now he has his own show where even if ESPN decided to fire him like they did, he still can go back to his show. I was just watching him interview his brother again. They were talking about how Sterling Sharpe was going up against Deion Sanders, how he wasn't scared of prime time. Ain't nobody worried about the fact that he got fired. I'm just confused on that. And as black people, I don't know what the race of everybody is in here, but if you're not black, I'm just saying this. As black people, we're taught to create our own. When one door closed, you open the window. So even if he did get fired, it doesn't matter. These same people he can get to come on his show, the same people that go to ESPN, they can come to the Nightcap. Then they can come get an interview on Club Shay Shay. You see what I'm saying? That's his brand. He don't even have to show all the highlights. I remember I was watching one episode. Shannon Sharpe and Ocho Cinco were talking. He was saying how, unlike ESPN, which is a 24-hour programming, they don't have access to highlights because, they would have to pay for that from the NFL. But we don't need that. All I need is his expertise. I watch the game for my damn self. I love when the game, all the football games go off and then Nightcap come on right after. Like, what? Come on. Fuck a ESPN. I don't need it. This is black owned. And I can see Uncle Shay do his thing regardless of where he chooses to stick his genitalia. That's none of my concern. I'm a grown man. I'm not worried about another man's private area. That's the confusing part. People are too deep into these folks' personal lives and that shit does not matter. If anybody were to dig into anybody's personal life, we would probably find something that the person said or did that we did not like. It's just this person is a celebrity, so anything he does is put out in the forefront for everybody to talk shit about. But I'm just saying, man, that shit don't matter. I see a lot of people kicking Uncle Shay saying, oh, that's what he get when you fucking with the snow bunny. But man, get out of here, dog. I ain't trying to hear that shit. Support people. That's what the name of the game is. It's called support. Support is free. Club Shay Shay ain't charge you to watch it. The Nightcap ain't charge you to watch it. In order to watch ESPN, you have to have cable. So if you have to buy something, you see what I'm saying? And this is input. This is input from two professional athletes, Ocho Cinco and Shannon Sharpe. Yeah, we not worried. Yeah, okay, cool. He had to pay the little white girl who did OnlyFans $50-some million. Man, he will be okay. He has his backup. He already got his ducks in a row. So he'll probably make that back. I'm not sure if he has to pay it in a lump sum or if it's over the course of some years. Who knows? But I'm pretty sure he can make that right back up. I don't know how much Club Shay Shay is worth. I don't know how much Nightcap is worth. I don't know at all. I'm not looking at the numbers, but I'm like, he can have that show. I'm pretty sure his money is good, and then he can continue to generate revenue from all his other sources. Bro, he's a TV personality. He sells himself. That means anything he could create. Uncle Shay could go out there and make a sports, not a sports brand, but like a athletic show, speaking about the workouts and the diets and the type of supplements he take. Like something, he could make one of those shows and it'll go through the roof. The dude's still in shape as a 60-year-old. Dude swole as fuck. He look better than half these folks my age, ripped up, 1% body fat. He got the bad hip, but he sacrificed his body playing football. We understand that. But I get it. When you black and you successful, folks be ready to take you down, especially if you're a dark-skinned black person like Uncle Shay, regardless of how anybody feel about the situation. Regardless. We supposed to be here to support Uncle Shay and then do that. But outside of that, man, I ain't really tripping about it. I ain't tripping about it whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to watch Nightcap tonight. I'm pretty sure he'll probably discuss it. Maybe he will. Maybe he won't. If he does it, I could care less because the general consensus already is more than likely ESPN fired Shannon Sharpe just because of the situation, and they don't want that. They don't want that to bring down the value of the show. They probably gonna do like they usually do. They'll fire somebody. And then 2-3 years later, they'll bring them back. They did the same thing with Warren Sapp. When Warren Sapp got caught buying prostitutes, when no TV station touched him. After about 3-4 years, they brought him on back slowly. Now he's coaching with Deion Sanders. That shit does not matter, bro. That's all I'm saying in regard to Uncle Shay, man. Because I just hate to see how everybody really trying to tear him down. I'm like, what? We tearing down Uncle Shay. He ain't never beat no woman. There's no proof that he actually sexually abused a woman. From my understanding, his kids love him. From my understanding, he took care of his family. Like, what would be the real reason that y'all dislike Shannon Sharpe? Folks like, well, he can't, he and ha himself out this one. Out of what? He owns his brand. The people, listen, this is the good part about ownership. This is why ownership is preached so much in the black community. Because no one can cancel him. ESPN can't cancel him. If he only depended on ESPN for his source of revenue and he didn't have his own show, if this would have happened and they would have fired him, now he would be stuck in limbo. He wouldn't know what to do. He had to be trying to figure it out on his own. But now he can just say, well, okay, cool. ESPN fired me. I still got, let me see. We just pull it up right now. Let me go to Nightcap, see how many subscribers he has, and just see like what the real effect of this is. Nightcap has, they don't have no service back here. Hold on, y'all. I'm still trying to, there we go. I told you my Wi-Fi weak back here for forever. So he got 1.78 million subscribers on Nightcap. Let's see about Club Shay Shay. Club Shay Shay has 4.03 million subscribers. So that's about the time you do the math, so between 5 and 6 million subscribers across 2 platforms. And the people do pay him, and he does get the revenue from his videos. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, I don't see the issue. I don't see what's bringing him down. Like, there's not gonna be nothing that ruins Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe is good. The only thing that can ruin Shannon Sharpe is himself. And if the people decide to turn on him, from my understanding, ain't nobody turning on Shannon Sharpe. This is what I hate about the internet, dog. Cause like folks who get on the internet and just swear up and down, because you know everybody has a voice on the internet, but they'll swear up and down. Oh, he losing all his sponsorships. It's over for him. Let me see what the name of his liquor brand is, because I forget the name of it. I could probably find it on his page. Uncle Shay, if you ever see this, I'm rocking with you 100%. I swear to God, I ain't worried about none of them allegations. I ain't worried about ESPN firing you because I don't watch ESPN anyway. Ain't no need to watch ESPN. So that's why I'm just like, all that is just unnecessary. How they trying to talk down on Shannon Sharpe. I don't like that shit. I really don't. Cause I'm like, bro, people turn on you so fast. They'll turn on you so fast. I keep forgetting I have service back here. I'm gonna have to leave my room just to get some service. But anyway, let me pull up this stuff with Gilbert Arenas. So y'all know about Gilbert too. Gilbert Arenas was arrested today for running a legal poker tournament. I want to say, man, I don't know what it is, but I really don't have any service back here. Hold on, I'm gonna have to go all the way in the living room just to get some service. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's this room back here. I guess it's so far back from the Wi-Fi, you can't get signal. I have to go in the living room and get some signal. So here it is right here. Former NBA star and suspected Israeli crime figure arrested on federal indictment alleging high-stakes illegal poker games at Encino Mansion. I'm a big poker fan, by the way. As a matter of fact, tomorrow is my day to go play poker. So this right here is hitting me close to the chest. But anyway, it says, former NBA star Gilbert Arenas and 5 other defendants, including a suspected high-level member of an Israeli transnational organized crime group, were arrested today on a federal indictment alleging they operate an illegal gambling business in which high-stakes poker games were played at an Encino Mansion Arenas own. Arenas, 43, a.k.a. Agent Zero of Woodland Hills, is charged with 1 count of conspiracy to operate an illegal gambling business, 1 count of operating an illegal gambling business, and 1 count of making false statements to federal investigators. He is scheduled to make his initial appearance and be arraigned this afternoon in the United States District Court in downtown Los Angeles. That's what's going on with Gilbert. So we talked about Uncle Shay. Uncle Shay got fired. Now we on with Gilbert in the illegal gambling. Now I need to understand what makes this illegal gambling, because as an avid poker player, I know for a fact that they have cash games, and gambling is illegal in the state of Georgia. But I mean, you go to the hood, folks gambling on dice all the time. So I don't like what dictates if this is a charge or not. Is it because of the amount of money they brought in? Because they did say high stakes poker is like if you just gamble amongst the homies, is that considered illegal? Like I said, if we just all have a cash game, it's 6 of us, everybody put in $600, you win a total of $500. You know what I'm saying? You don't count the 100 you put in, but $500. Does that count as illegal gambling? I don't know. But let's just see. Also charged in the indictment and arrested today in connection with the illegal gambling business charges are I don't know how to pronounce these dudes' names. They some Israelis. Yevgeny Gershman, 49, aka Giora of Woodland Hills, a suspected organized crime figure from Israel. Evgeny Torvesky, 48, aka Eugene of Tarzana. Alan Austria, 52, aka Alicia of West Hills. Yaron Cohen, 27, a.k.a. YC of Tarzana, and Levgen Crouchin, 43 of Tarzana. Each of these defendants is charged with 1 count of conspiracy to operate an illegal gambling business and 1 count of operating an illegal gambling business. Their initial appearances and arrangements are scheduled for this afternoon in the United States District Court in L.A. Yes, saying according to the indictment returned on July 15th and unsealed today, from September 2021 to July 2022, Gershom, Arenas, and the other defendants operating an illegal gambling business. Arenas rented out an Encino Mansion he owned for the purpose of hosting high-stakes illegal poker games. At Arenas' direction, Arthur Katz, 51 of West Hollywood, staged the mansion to host the games, found co-conspirators to host the games, and collected rent from the co-conspirators on Arenas' behalf. So I'm assuming if they had to collect rent, like I guess they had to get like because I'm not sure how gambling works. You get what I'm saying? Like I know gambling is legal in Vegas, and it's also legal in Alabama, but I don't know like how do the casinos get paid? Do they get paid from the people who are gambling and losing their money, or are they being indicted because they took a fee? Is that what the indictment is because? I don't know, but it says right here, Gershom, Tervesky, Austria, and Cohen managed illegal pot limit Oklahoma poker games. Among other illegal games at the Encino Mansion, collected a rake, which is a fee the house charged from each pot, either as a percentage or a fixed amount per hand, and invited players to compete. Gershom hired young women who, in exchange for tips, served drinks, provided massages, and offered companionship to the poker players. The women were charged a percentage of their earnings from working the games. Well, I can see how that's illegal now, because this isn't a real job. So consider you got to report all your earnings. If they take in, it's like, because it just made me think about like women who work at like clubs and stuff. So if they're a bartender at a club, a lot of times they have to give up a percentage to the club. So like, or for instance, like a stripper. I dated a stripper once. So like the way they do it is, so the stripper have to pay the house mom, they have to pay the DJ, they have to pay security. I don't think so, but like, say for instance, like it was a bad night at the strip club and the girl only made $150. She might have to give $25 to the DJ, $25 to the house mom. That's $50. She only leave with $100, or it might be 50, 25, and she only leave with $75. But it's still it's counted. The business can count that. So since this isn't a legitimate business, you're getting people paid, but then you're taking some of their money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, is this a real business? Is this not a real business? What is it? So I can kind of see it. And again, this is me just going off the knowledge that I have of other industries. And I'm not sure like if that's one of the reasons why he's been able to be targeted for illegal gambling. But I'm gonna keep on reading. Like I said, the women were charged a tax, a percentage of their earnings from working the games. Chefs, valets, and armed security guards also were hired to staff these illegal poker games. Yeah, because if it's a cash game, you definitely have to have if it's a cash game, you definitely need security. I ain't gonna lie, you definitely need security. You definitely need that, because it's too much money going on for you to have a high stakes poker game, and then and it's not secured at all. I ain't gonna lie about that. So chefs, valets, and armed security guards were hired to staff these illegal poker games. So I mean, so they was making a lot of money if you were able to hire all that valet, and you're hiring real valet. This ain't no bootleg ass valet. So you getting paid. Krishan, I think that's how you pronounce his name, worked as a chip runner in which he tracked players' wins and losses, distribute poker chips to players, and pay employees. I can kind of see where they're going with this. Even though I'm not all the way familiar with the law, I can see where they're going with it. Gershom, an Israeli citizen, also is charged along with I'm butchering these names, with Valentina Kojakari, 35 of Woodland Hills, with 3 additional counts: conspiracy to commit marriage fraud, and making a false statement on the immigration document. So ICE getting his ass up out of here. You committed marriage fraud, but outside of that, you made a false statement on the immigration document, which is crazy, because if you can falsify an immigration document or tell a small lie on the immigration document and you still can get into the United States, it has to be ridiculously easy to get into this country. So ICE need to get his ass the fuck out of here. I know a lot of people don't like Trump, but Trump got ICE doing their thing. Him, whoever this Valentina Kojakari, 35 of Woodland Hills, ICE coming for your ass. See ya. But let's see. In early 2022, Gershman conspired with Kojakari to enter into a sham marriage for the purposes of obtaining permanent legal status in the United States, and lied to immigration authorities to procure legal status for Gershom, who provided financial support to Kojakari in exchange for her participation in the sham marriage. Okay, well, that makes sense. Y'all, you know what? It reminded me of that episode. I don't know if I got anybody here who used to watch Martin, but do you remember that episode of Martin where the maintenance man, forget his name, he had to fake a marriage with Pam to be able to reside in the United States, and then they almost pulled it off at the end until the agent came in and asked them what their last name was, and nobody knew each other's last name. Remember that part? So this is basically what this is right here. So and I want to say it worked the same way. So the money that the dude, the management, I can't think of his name right here, maintenance man made, he paid it to Pam so they could fake the marriage, and then that's how it went down. So it's kind of the same in this situation, what I just read. It was an illegal immigrant. They lied on some documents, paid somebody for a fake marriage so they could become a citizen. Both Gershman and Kojakari submitted false information on their U.S. immigration forms, including Gershman's answer of no as to whether he had ever been detained by any law enforcement official, and as to whether he intended to engage in illegal gambling or any other form of commercialized vice. So I ain't gonna lie, they got a reason to get at his ass. I ain't gonna lie. Now Gilbert Arenas, he probably just like a fly on the wall in this entire takedown, because they probably want to go after these Israeli people that are in the United States. That's what it seems like. Let me see. Coach Akari also was arrested today and is scheduled to make her initial appearance and be arraigned this afternoon in the United States District Court in Los Angeles. An indictment contains allegations that a defendant has committed a crime. Every defendant is presumed to be innocent until and unless proven guilty in court. If convicted, the defendants will face a statutory maximum sentence of 5 years in federal prison for each count. They would have to face the max. So let me see. I gotta go back and see what was Gilbert Arenas' role in this. Arenas, 43, aka Agent Zero of Woodland Hills, is charged with 1 count of conspiracy to operate in the legal gambling business, 1 count of operating in the legal gambling business, and 1 count of making false statements to federal investigators. So he lied about something, and then he operated in a legal gambling business, and I guess the conspiracy was he was trying to run another one. I'm not sure. Let me see. NBA star Gilbert Arenas and 5 other defendants, including a suspected high-level member of an Israeli transnational organized crime group, were arrested today on federal indictment alleging they operated in a legal gambling business in which high-stakes poker games were played. So maybe, because what I'm seeing from this, it really seems like, okay, here it is right here. It says, according to the indictment returned on July 15th and unsealed today, from September 2021 to July 2022, Gershman, Arenas, and other defendants operated in a legal gambling business. Arenas rented out an Encino mansion he owned for the purpose of hosting high-stakes illegal poker games. At Arenas' direction, Arthur Katz. Okay, so Gilbert Arenas provided the building to host the games, which is his Encino mansion. And then Gilbert Arenas also directed Arthur Katz, 51 of West Hollywood. Katz that's like a Jewish last name, so he probably Israeli too. Staged the mansion to host the games. They found people to play the games, and they collected the rent from the participants. Okay, so that's why Gilbert Arenas is involved. So even that's like kind of like what I said. Gilbert Arenas he's a fly on the wall in this entire organization. They came to Gilbert Arenas or vice versa. He provided the mansion for them to be able to host the games in, and then he also collected money for the games. But from my understanding, he just had the mansion for them to host the games in. He told Arthur Katz to go find people to play the game, and then they collected rent from the people who played the game. That's basically what I'm getting from this. Staged the mansion to host the games. No. Okay, I'm saying that wrong. So Gilbert Arenas provided the mansion for the poker game, for the poker tournaments, the poker games. And then Arthur Katz of West Hollywood staged the mansion to host the games. But this is at Gilbert Arenas' discretion, meaning Gilbert Arenas told him to host the games here. He told him to find other co-conspirators to help host the games, and then he collected rent from the co-conspirators on Arenas' behalf. So I will assume the co-conspirators would have to be everybody else that's in the document, or either some of the chefs, the valets, the armed security. Maybe some of those people can be part of the co-conspirators. They haven't said right now, so it's one of those two. Let me see. I see if I got enough Wi-Fi back here. My Wi-Fi weak way back in this room. Hold on, let me see. This let me know right here. I'm looking up the definition of co-conspirator. Okay, so exactly. So it's the other people that's part of the indictment. So it's not the people that played the game. It's just like if Gilbert Arenas hit me up and was like, okay, bro, I need you to, help me put this together. You know somebody who run a valet service. Oh, hell yeah, I got my homeboy. He run a valet. I'll pull him up. And then somebody else say, hey, some women who do some massages, bring them up too so they can massage some of the high-end client. Bring them in. So it's one of those situations. So here's the messed up part about it. like the people, and I'm not saying people deserve to go to jail, but it's like the people who played the poker games at Gilbert Arenas mansion, they're free of charge. They scot free. But the only people that are going to get charged in the case are Gilbert Arenas and the co-conspirators. So it's kind of like what I said. Gilbert Arenas was a fly on a wall in this entire I don't even know what you call it, scheme. Let's just say that in this entire scheme, he just provided the crib. You see what I'm saying, for the people to come play. Then he found somebody, Arthur Katz, told Arthur Katz to go find some people to help him run the tournament. Like, hey, bro, y'all can use it here. Just find some people to, you know what I'm saying, help run it, help put it together. Arthur Katz said, okay. He went and found the people to help put it together. And then he collected money from those people and then paid the rent or either pocketed. You see what I'm saying? So he got paid from it. So I can see how that makes it illegal. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, like when you're doing this official, it's different. Like if you just got the homies over, like I said, I keep giving the example. Everybody put in $100. You may got a super fine girl, you know what I'm saying? She might make the drinks for y'all, something like that. That's like on the low end, but like they probably high stakes. They probably messing with thousands and millions. They not paying any type of tax. And I don't think Encino, that's California, so I don't think gambling is legal in California. Only places off the top of my head where I know you can legally gamble is Alabama and Nevada. Those are the only two states that I can think of off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure it's other, but like I said, off the top of my head, those are the ones I know. Because they got plenty of casinos out in Alabama. My auntie's gonna make a killing at the dog track. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. But like, yeah, I get it. So they said they could be charged with a max of 5 years. Damn. And see, at the time, like you probably thought like it was something small. Like, man, this ain't really no crime. But that's how you feeling when you doing it. It's just like if you had a dice game and people coming in and gambling $5,000-$10,000 worth of dice, and you really got it hooked up properly with the armed security, like how they have it. I can see how the government will come after you. I'm just wondering, like, how did they find out about him running an illegal poker tournament? Like, was it the fact that he had these Israelis who weren't supposed to be in the United States because some of them are illegal, and then they just traced them down? Because apparently this is from 2022. Yeah, they said according to the indictment returned on July 15th and unsealed today, from September 2021 and July 2022, Gershman Arenas and other defendants operated an illegal gambling business. So this has been going on 3-4 years. So I wonder, what was it that made the feds investigate an illegal poker game? And like, it couldn't have been like, I just got to understand, was it because there was some Israelis involved? Because Gilbert Arenas is the only American. Every other name I read, these are Israelis. You know what I'm saying? And then they have some type of dirt on their name where they're in the country illegally, or they falsified documents, or they ran some type of fraud, some type of scheme to be able to enter the United States. So then that's what make me wonder, like, were they coming after them? Look, they were already under investigation. And now that they were trying to find them, they found out like, oh, hold on, they running illegal gambling, illegal poker games in California, and Gilbert Arenas is a part of this. Like, hell yeah, you're going to take them all down. You know what I'm saying? So it's unfortunate for Gilbert Arenas. I ain't never happy that somebody going to prison, especially like, not saying that he's going to prison, but like that he's about to be charged and could potentially go to prison, because in this case, you know, he didn't harm anybody. He didn't rob, he didn't kill, he didn't try to kill somebody, he didn't assault anybody. This is just illegal gambling. That's all this is. So maybe, I don't know if he could pay like restitution or something, or we don't know. If I had to guess, I would think all of this is simply because the federal government or whoever is trying to get these Israelis and get them out the country. They probably have been under investigation for a while. And then Gilbert Arenas probably not doing his background, because most people, like, when you meet them, I can't speak for everybody, but I notice a lot of times, like, when people meet other folks, when it's time to like do business or sometimes even illegal stuff, they don't really check a person's background. They kind of just go off of face value. Like, okay, well, he look like a good person. Or they talk about some money. Okay, well, let's get this money. That's all people really concerned about. They moving so fast to get the money. They not knowing, like, if this dude a snitch. They don't know if this dude a rapist. They don't know if he done killed somebody. They don't know if he wanted. You know what I'm saying? You just trying to do the business. You know, so now that's probably what that is. It had to be because of those Israelis. Like, if he had been, like, let's just say him, Shannon Sharpe, and maybe like Steven Jackson or something, I'm just using them in a hypothetical. They all created a illegal poker game. Would the feds come after them? Maybe. But I wonder what tips the people off when they're investigating illegal gambling. Is it the amount of money you made and that you can't account for? Like, how do they determine this? That's why I'm saying it's more than likely because those Israelis were in the United States illegally. So when they were tracing the money and they traced those illegal immigrants that were in the United States, and then they see that Gilbert Arenas is a part of this, they have to take him down by default because he provided the home for them to run the illegal poker game, man. So I would just say this, and like I say, I don't know what dictates illegal gambling and then just regular. Like if me and my homies had a poker game every month, every first month, you know what I'm saying? Is that considered illegal? How does that work? Or they would just be like, that's not enough money. We're not about to come after somebody who having games for $2,000 every month. We're not coming after something like that. We're only coming after the $50,000, $100,000, almost to $1 million games. That's the part that I want to know. So it's gonna suck because Gilbert Arenas has a podcast. I don't really watch Gilbert Arenas podcast. I mainly just watch Uncle Shay podcast. But like now he won't be able to, be on the podcast as much as he fight through this. I want to say he got arraigned today. Excuse me, he got arrested today. I don't know if he can bail out or how it's gonna work, but it's an unfortunate situation. So that's all I want to talk about, man. For everybody coming to this live and who's going to watch this live after I post it, if you're not subscribed to the page, please subscribe to the page. Most of my views come from people that aren't subscribed to the page, so I need my people who support me and who watch my videos consistently to please, please, please keep watching. And for those who don't watch my video and they're new to the page, please subscribe to the channel. Go watch all my content, all my music videos, all my lives. Some of my lives, I'm going to post them so it can be, just a regular video that everybody can watch. So y'all stay tuned, keep doing that, and I'll be back with another live. Rich!